Big story coming out of the BLM right now concerning government corruption at the federal level. The BLM has been tasked with protecting wild horses. And what they did was they sold 1,800 horses to a man by the name of Tom Davis. He bought the horses for $10 a piece, total of $18,000 that he personally invested. And he was able to sell the horses to a slaughterhouse in Mexico, and he made $154,000. That's what's being reported. Now, the taxpayers had to foot the bill for the transaction, and that bill comes to $140,000. The taxpayers pay for the transaction. Tom Davis pays for the horses, pennies on the dollar, and he makes out with $154,000. The case was sent over to the DA for the state of Colorado as well as Conejos County, who both have declined to prosecute. So this is high-level corruption. It's being brought out, but no one's going to do any time over the death, the unjust death of these 1,800 wild horses. And so the BLM for some time in the San Luis Valley and even the Rio Grande Ranchos and Conejos County has been picking up wild horses for some time now. And it's all been done under the guise of protecting them. So the off-the-grid horses, if you will, have been treated in a way far worse than the Native Americans. Captured on the high prairie, in the desert, other areas. I was here a few years ago, and there were a lot more wild horses roaming around. It was beautiful. It's why some people actually moved off-grid in Costilla County. The wild horses. It's like a spiritual connection. Sure, they can cause some damage, you know, when they rub up against a fence. Some people shoot at the horses. Some people consider them a nuisance. But it is something that is a part of the beauty of the San Luis Valley and Costilla County and Conejos County and Alamosa County and surrounding areas. It's like something that, you know, connects us with our spiritual side, you know, that side of us connected with nature, you know, where the horses run free. You know, that song by Rolling Stones, Wild Horses. You know, it means something to human beings to see wild horses. So, this is sad news, but this is something that needs to be brought out into the light. Now, there's another guy named AJ, and apparently he had a lot of horses. And a lot of people were kind of angry at him for letting his horses run around the Rio Grande Ranch area. I never met the guy, but I'd heard the name. And, you know, this is a different story, but is it related? I don't know. He may have pissed off the wrong people. I heard he was known to make enemies. Also with the county of Costilla and the sheriff's department. So I've heard. There's been a number of people wanting to find out who killed AJ. His remains were found in Jaroso, Colorado, which is very close to the Rio Grande Ranchos. The question is, who killed him? And why has the county of Costilla been unable to find a suspect? Is there something more to the story behind this high-profile local death of this man that owned a whole lot of horses? I don't know. But I'm just adding in that story along with this story. So you can read the full report for yourself. Type in BLM, sold thousands of horses illegally for slaughter. I'm Alex Ansari, signing off November 25th, 2015.